We used QuickBooks, especially to do reconciliation, right? And we had an accountant. And reconciliation, for like a lot of people that's going to go into business, when you deal with a lot of parts, each month you have to do an account for every part that you spent your money on, down to a screw, to a bolt. You have to label everything that you spent and everything that you made. And at the end of the month, you have to do this reconciliation, and then that goes toward your taxes. You know, that's a way of keeping track of your books. So that's very important for anyone that's going to go into that business. They need to know everything has to be accounted for, because if you ever get audited, they're going to want to see every month, your receipt for every month. You know, and we took our business very, very serious, my wife and I. She learned everything that how to run the books, and that's where she was my balancing factor in this. She maintained our books, and I maintained the work and dealing with the staff. So there's this thing called net. You get a net 10, you get a net 30, net 16 is however you agree with, you and that customer agrees with the contract. So that means they got 10 days to pay, which is net 10. You got net 12, which is 12 days to pay, net 30 days. We mostly did 16 net 16 and net 30. And I'm trying to really remember, but so after we do a job from them, they got 30 days to pay us. So that means that we have to hold out within a month to get our check from them. But you get so many calls per day that by the time that 30 days come, you really get a big lump sum of check, a payment. But sometimes a company won't pay you. They won't pay you, but they'll continue to want your services. But if they're, a huge franchise, you kind of want to keep providing the services, but the check is going to come, but it's going to be 60 days late, and then you have to make that balancing choice. Like, do I send them into collections, and ruin this relationship? Or do I keep taking their jobs and know eventually a check's going to come?
All right, so the software that we use is Adobe software, which is Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign for designing, and then for like production, like with t-shirts, we use silk screening,
sewing machines.
We also do 3D printing for like prototyping, and then we also do custom stuff, like where we hand paint on clothes, on canvas, on any type of surface that you're able to paint. And for business, we use Stride, Google Drive, your basic stuff like Excel sometimes.
Also different platforms like Etsy, from Big Cartel to Shopify, and things like that help you. Email marketing, what's the email marketing thing?
MailChimp.
Things like that.
All the boring stuff.
Our creative process, basically, we usually brainstorm different ideas, and we also like to go to, let's say, thrift stores and things like that, so we could look at different materials, different garments, so like that we could have
an idea
what
type of fabrics to use.
Yep. What else? We might use Pinterest for ideas or different concepts we want to create. Sometimes we use our environments, anything that surrounds us, that we could, how can we use this to create a product or come up with something that
an idea, concept
that has a message and things like that.
And then we, after we create a concept, we just either we do it locally. Sometimes we do it international too. We outsource international too for raw products like silk, cotton, polyester, and then have like companies create samples for us, and then we see which samples or which companies we want to go with, and then create a mass production, a full production, and then we go into marketing, create like marketing materials like photo shoot. We do photo shoots, video shoots, yeah, and things like that, and then create like images for the website and things like that.
So a few months ago, not even a few months ago, a month ago, I had the opportunity to go to this doula expo, and I met this business called Mommy. She actually is an online, pretty much she does invoices. She lets you put your client's information within it. I started using it a few weeks ago. I'm still learning the ropes. My website is soon to launch through Squarespace. And right now, for the most part, I use either my social media or I'll make like my invoices and stuff myself.
For my business, I use a CRM called Hello Bonsai. So that platform allows me to receive inquiries and actually send out my questionnaires. I get to make my contracts on there, my proposals, send out invoices, and work with the client on the project where they could see kind of like what's coming up next, what we need to finish. They could comment on the things I post, whatever work they see on there. If they like it, if they don't like it, they could download their files on there. So that platform has actually been what really helps me run my business. If I did not have that, it'd be done. As I told you before, the systems and processes was something I struggled with, so that really helped me to get that together. They also do my taxes and accounting. I also have a cousin who helps me. He works in that too, but it's really nice having all of that information with what I spend on the business, what's going out, what's coming in. All that information is on there, how much I'm gonna get taxed, whatever, everything's on there. So I have everything really on there, and it's helped me tremendously. Like, I wouldn't be able to run my business without it. Shout out to Hello Bonsai, sponsor me. What I actually use to produce the work is Adobe Creative Cloud. So I use the entire software. I use the Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, After Effects. I use Adobe Express, which used to be formerly known as Adobe Spark. I'm actually an ambassador of Adobe Express, so that's a new thing. So I'm seeing what I could do with that. But I use all of their stuff to create. I use Canva as well, not gonna lie. People hate on Canva, but Canva is lit, especially for clients who don't feel like they're, tech savvy or design, like they're too good at design. I use Canva as something to help them kind of like start off with their social media designs and stuff like that. So yeah, so that's everything I use. I'm looking actually to use other platforms for communication with my clients. So I have used Asana, I've used Slack, and sometimes I just test it out. Sometimes I ask my clients if they have a form of communication, if it's email, if it's Asana, if they already have something that they're using, I hop on that. But normally that's how I go about things, and those are the platforms I use. Everything is a subscription. Listen, everything is monthly, coming out the account. So Bonsai, I pay for that premium because I got to have that accounting and taxing. So that's like a monthly expense of like, I think like $30 a month. I'm not sure. $30 a month. And then Adobe, she's expensive. She's a monthly expense. Canva's a monthly expense. I use other design platforms to help me. I'm not going to tell you because that's my secret. That's monthly expenses as well. So there's a lot of different things like that. It all costs money. So other than payroll, those are the things that are eating at my pockets, but they're extremely helpful, so I gotta have them.
What I use in terms, I use my phone for on the group chat to communicate with my customer. When they do come to the club, we use a weight. All right, we do weight work, and then that's another way we help them. And also, we put them on the meal plan during the week, during the whole month, and we follow it every single day. It don't matter. This is the key. Anybody who need to lose, gain, or maintain, the goal is for them to send you the picture with the eating every single day during the day. No excuse. No, it don't matter. It's not for plate look beautiful. It's not for what. Our job is to educate our clients how to eat healthy and be for themselves. Because most of us, sometimes we're so used to eat junk food and we forgot how to educate ourselves how to eat. So we as a wellness coach, we only educate them how to eat. We use a social media group that we have, nutrition group. We post what we as a coach was we eat daily. No excuse. Water, drink, exercise, and how does nutrition go? Our business, there's we use first 4 ways you can make money with us. First one is retail. Retail means when you have new client, you come in, you retail back there. Put like this, you just sell the whole amount up front. This is the price, this is where it is. The second one we call perfect member. We sign you up as the perfect member as a new coach too. When you come in, you have 25% to 25% up to help your coach get into 50% commission. That is a wholesale. You get the reimbursed. Arbor will pay you for that, make a difference on that person's life. And also, we got royalty. That's third way. The royalty is when you bring somebody new to the business, it become a supervisor. That means it got into 50%. Whatever they built, whatever the money they make is them. Arbor will pay you 5% of that, whatever the production they make as a royalty. The fourth way is a bonus. Bonus is you got 2% to infinite on your team organization. Even if you have 1 to 50 line, you get infinite bonus into your organization. It go for 2% to 4% into 6%. When you reach 6%, because that's what all we want to get is president team. You get into infinite line too. It's just infinite as a bonus. That's a 4-way. Retail is easy when a client come in, we put on a scale, we measure the weight, we measure body fat, we measure water in the system, we measure lean muscle, visceral fat, metabolism, age, bone mass, all that into normal range. If anybody's obese, when we design a meal plan, it come in 2 shakes a day, 1 healthy meal for somebody who's trying to lose. For somebody who's trying to gain, is 3 shakes a day, 2 healthy meal, and snack between them. If somebody who want to maintain the weight, I'm happy the way I am, I just want to maintain, okay, you can have 1 shake a day, your snack between a healthy meal, another snack, another healthy meal, and drink water every 45 minutes. So, and plus 20% workout. That's 80% we focus is nutrition and 20% is workout.
The reason why I was in a wheelchair, I am in a wheelchair, is because 2016, I was coming from a party. I had dropped off my friend, and then on the way home, usually where the area where I live is it's like a rough neighborhood, and that day there was a lot of cars parked in a parking lot, so near my house, so I had to park a little bit further down where it was dark at. So I was just, parked the car, got out the car, started walking, and then somebody just came in and shot me. They shot me twice. Saw me twice in the back. I fell on the floor and then just kept shooting. So they hit me 4 times. They shot a total of 6-7 shots, and I was on the floor. They had to play that because at first he shot me twice, and then he heard me screaming, and then he just kept shooting, and I just stopped. I tried to play that, and then once I heard his foot running, and but I couldn't move or nothing. I was just lay down, and then cops came. They found me on the floor. The first thing cop came, he searched me. First thing he did, search me, and then I was telling him, yo, don't let me die. Then the ambulance came and then went to the hospital, woke up in the hospital. And I was like 15 seconds away from my house. So like with that, like I use it as motivation because like I use it as from adversity to triumph. So I use it as part of my story because it's like if you look at it, we created the whole slogan, life is great, just make it look good. And while we created that slogan, we was living the whole life, like life is great, just make it good. And now it's like working on my brand, it's self-fulfilling. Like I'm actually living the slogan, living the lifestyle of the brand. It's like even though life is crazy, I'm in a wheelchair, but I'm still doing me, still my business, still go out, still party, find me at every event and things like that. But you know, it's just I use it as a way to inspire people too, because I notice a lot of people, they'll look at me like, damn, you know, wheelchair is doing all this and that. And then it's like, nah, I just use it. Like, nah, you don't have an excuse for you not doing whatever that you want to do in life. I'm in a wheelchair. I don't use my wheelchair as an excuse to do things. So if you get able-bodied, there should be no excuse. I guess somebody from that neighborhood had shot somebody, I guess, in Mission Hill 2 hours before. So I guess it was retaliation. So I just happened to be the day that I decided to go home early. And that's what happened.